Baseless Claims, our casual conversational comedy podcast. My name is Tay.
My name is Tori.
My name is Tyler, New York's finest Matheson.
Tyler, I don't like yours because it's
yours
it's
sucks.
because it's bad and it sucks and I hate it.
I solve New York's toughest crimes.
Oh,
because,
right. Okay. I know where this is going, but tell us.
And that is because
yes,
this morning, or actually last evening at approximately 10:52 p.m. on the northern side of my house, my vehicle was stolen.
No shit.
My vehicle
Are you serious?
yes,
was stolen from the front of my street.
What
And
the fuck?
I have security cameras, and I saw someone jimmy their way into the car, hotwire it, and then immediately drive off. And we called, like, because it's like, okay, I mean, do we report it? What do we do? So we called, and we're like, this is the plate number. This is everything. This is the description of the vehicle. And they're like, yeah, we'll give you a call back when we figure out something to do.
fucking
click.
Baseless.
And I was like, okay, well, you know what? I'm going for a little bit of I'm gonna put on my detective cap right now.
Yeah, you got to do some
And
sleuthing.
I'm gonna go sleuth around for my car, for my very bad car.
Now, Tyler, when you did call the police or whoever you called, did you say if you find it, it'll be the car that when you see it, you think to yourself, why would someone steal this car?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's got a
was
big
like,
hole and it isn't great.
That's what my first thought was
Yeah.
this is the shittiest car.
Yeah, it does seem like a strange target for that, but also doesn't bring suspicion.
To the theft's credit, those cars are probably the easiest to steal. What with the security systems being, older and not all the bells and whistles that a modern day car would have.
True, but I looked at the video and I saw which way they went on the street. So I'm like, you know what? It turned like I was like using my detective brain. Like, most vehicle thefts are not actually for the car itself, and they're just going to steal it and look for something in the car, and then they'll drop it off at a nearby location, and they'll drop off my car because it's a piece of shit.
Right.
And then I was like, okay, so this is my plan. I'm going to drive the other vehicle. I'm going to go down this road. I'm going to look around, and then I'm going to zigzag through the neighborhood blocks, maybe one pass through the alley, because someone will probably find it in their driveway and then get it towed. And then I'd rather just see what happens before it's towed. Worst case scenario, someone did steal my car. But also, if I'm driving around in a different car and I see it, I'm like, you can't fool me. That's my car. It's got a fucking hole in it.
Yeah.
Like, you're
And
not
I have the
gonna,
keys for it right here.
like, you're not gonna get very far. I can see, like, if I ever saw someone driving that, I'm gonna run that fucker off the road. The car's already damaged. Now it's just personal
You don't care
vendetta.
about the loss of car there. You're going to go ahead and just try and take out that thief.
Yeah, but as I'm like creating this plan, driving down the street, I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna zigzag and go through. Oh, that's my car.
How far away was it?
It was about 3 blocks away.
Nice.
Really? Only
that's
3 blocks?
That's a good theft
That's
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, as I'm like creating this master plan, like, I'm gonna go to the chief. He's gonna tell me, son, you can't do this. You're going off book. And I'm gonna like, oh, there's my fucking car. So I just grab it, get the key, turn it, works just fine. They clearly rummaged through the glove box and saw, oh, there's nothing. This was, which, like, why would you risk it? Like,
Yeah, what's the point of risking? That's not even Grand Theft Auto. That's just like, okay, Theft Auto. Like, they got in the car and they drove it, but it's just okay. They didn't do anything cool. They didn't do Vin Diesel and fucking, like, smash into a barrier so that they could fly out the windshield and into another car. They drove it 3 blocks away.
Quick side tangent. I love your distinction of just okay Grand Theft Auto as like a descriptor for other crimes. We, the jury, find him guilty of murder.
Yeah.
But so I get my car, I bring it back, and now there's a thing on the seat because if the burglar tries to get it again tonight, there's a note on the seat that says "quack quack seat back." So,
oh god,
it's good.
You're just hoping that that's so funny that they fucking tweet about it, and then you're like, got him, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Like
this one right here.
No, I don't even want to get them in trouble. I just want to have a conversation with them. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like,
was
dude.
this? Was it training perhaps for a larger crime they plan to commit? Like, this is one part of the Italian Job 3 that they're gonna make. And this was I need to know how to break into cars and kind of like get that stuff going quickly. So I'm just gonna go and take a couple cars, just bring them a little bit away.
Here's the thing: is that this was a fucking expert because the time it took them to get in the car and drive off was 15 seconds.
Shit.
That's
It took
respectable.
them 15 seconds to pull up to the car, get in it, start it, and go.
The
Was
theft isn't
your car
respectable,
locked?
but the technical skill is.
Yeah, that's some impressive theft.
That's
right
an
there.
impressive run. That's a fucking
Yeah.
speed run. They just speed run broke into my car.
Did they hotwire it? Like, what? How did they get it started? Do you keep a spare key in there that they found easily?
No, they just did something and got it started.
Wow.
It was fucking wild. Like, honestly, I want to find them because I'm not even mad. If they are training for the Italian Job, I want in.
Right. Yeah, you could be like the safe man or something.
Yeah. And then I like, it takes me like, by the time I noticed the car was gone to the time I had it back was like 30 minutes. And we had already called the non-emergency line and whatever. And then tried calling them back about 8 times, to which we got no response or, I think he was at his desk. Why don't you call back in 10 minutes?
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
No, my car was just stolen. Just take your time.
Yeah, no. So we called 8 times to get nothing. And then they said, oh, well, you know what? You should just email this, and then it might get forwarded to him. I'm sorry, it might get forwarded to him?
Yeah.
Like, is there a better, like, does he have a fucking OnlyFans I can go and DM him on or something like that?
Does he have a pager? Christ.
Here's the thing, is that we still haven't heard from this dude to tell him, because now it's, oh, we can't call. He's got to call us. And it's like, now we can't even get a hold of this dude to tell him, oh, no biggie.
Yeah,
I got the car.
Is it John Wick? Like, you can't call him. If he wants you, he'll call you.
Yeah, what the fuck is this dude doing? And also just, I think he was at his desk.
Like, where else? Does he sometimes just work in the
check?
closet? Or, like, your office can't be that big.
Or can you just pass him a message that says, found my car? Because the last thing I want is to get pulled over in an assumed stolen vehicle.
That is true. That would be
That's
fucking
really
hilarious,
true.
though, if they didn't get back to it and then you got pulled over.
You
No,
should
it wouldn't.
you should keep your title on you just so you can flash that out.
Oh,
Yeah.
That I'm New York's finest?
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably the safe bet. Yeah, no, it would not be fun to get pulled over in an assumed stolen vehicle.
If they need further proof, Tyler, there's just show them our 1,000 subscriber special and be like, oh, this is just my YouTube channel, Shapeless Media. You can see the car. It's in it right there as I hit this person.
That's
actually subscribe also.
a really good idea.
That way, then you get the non-emergency municipal boys. I don't know what they're called, but you can get them, and
You got it.
hey, they're all going to be big fans now. Like,
Yeah,
I need it because
actually-
I need my car because we're recording our podcast, Baseless Claims. You can find it on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes.
I don't
So
know
you
if that's
got-
our target audience.
Now they
So
love
you
it.
got pretty lucky there, T, that this guy was knowledgeable enough about cars to know how to break into them, but not knowledgeable enough to know that there are parts of that car that are very, very expensive, even on an old clunker like that. Like there was actually in that area, because I used to live by you, there was a guy or a group of guys going around stealing catalytic converters from underneath old cars and then selling them on like the black market or some shit because they have titanium in them, which make them really fucking expensive, even if they're old clunker cars. I know this because it happened to my partner, and they lost their catalytic converter in their car.
Wait, now,
Yeah, no.
Tyler, if the message doesn't get back to them, could you strip your car, sell it for parts and stuff, get more than it's actually worth right now, and then just have no loss there because it's reported stolen already. Is there something there? Can you grift?
Now we're thinking with insurance fraud.
I don't.
Yeah, we are.
I don't know if I can do
victimless
that.
crime.
Sorry, not fraud. Insurance whoopsie.
I did have a bad
Thank you.
insurance whoopsie with my car. It was stolen, and then I got it back and stripped it of its parts. Tyler, I think there's something there. I think you're being a baby.
Look, I'm just more on the high of. I don't think I'll be that cool in a while. Of just like, I'm gonna go get my car. Oh, there it is. It's like the shortest John Wick movie ever. Like, I'm gonna go get my car. Oh, it's right there. It's John Wick. Yeah, it's John Wick if he didn't even have to unholster. It's like when they stole his very cool car and he's out to get it. It's like, you stole my car and I'm gonna.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say like the guy who killed his dog tripped and fell on his concrete steps on the way into his house and died by breaking his neck.
Yeah,
so John already got his revenge.
And then the girl was like, "Did you find your car?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm thinking it's back." Now, are you sure you don't want to grift a little bit? Because I feel like that's a very fun thing to do.
Look, I don't think I could get shit for that fucking car.
Okay.
It's full of rust. It's a Tori, you see that car? It's got a motherfucking hole in it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does. But there's titanium in the catalytic converter.
There is titanium in the catalytic converter. Titanium in the catalytic converter, band name I called it.
It's a mouthful, but it's a pretty powerful mouthful.
Yeah.
Look, you could see, here's the thing though, is that it'd be like the worst drug deal ever because I could say I got 6 grams of titanium. How much is that worth? How much will you give me for that?
So yeah, someone could be like, here's $70 and you're like, hell yeah, that's even more than I normally get. Like try to act cool, but really it should have been like $2,000.
Yeah, I don't fucking know how much that shit is worth, so it means nothing to me. I don't know shit for shit about fucking cars.
That's
okay,
fair.
so Mr. New York's finest, how long do you think you could have kept up your cool, determined detective, sleuthy persona until you just got pretty sick of it and stopped?
About 20
I would have
more
done
minutes.
it all day. I would have done it all fucking day looking for my fucking sweet ass car. Because here's the thing, is it's got the perfect, like, armchair kind of rest thing. Like, the arm comes down from the side of the seat, and it's the perfect, like, captain's, like, armrest. And you can't put a price on that in my heart.
When ladies see you driving that car, they go, wow, that's the captain.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not a driver.
Look,
that man is captaining that car.
I've never seen another car with that. And it's just the perfect, comfortable, like, it is the perfect, comfortable dashboard kind of thing. So I would have searched to the end of the world. I would have gone John Wick. First, I would have to buy a gun, and I don't know how long that takes. And I would have to join a secret society of assassins. Again, I don't know how long that takes.
It'd probably be a lot of years of training before you actually can like hit the road with any type of suitable knowledge.
Yeah, and then I'm sure at that point I would have, then I would have continued the search for the car.
I think you probably would have given up in about 30 minutes and gotten like, some noodles and company or something.
20 minutes or so, yeah. So,
well, you don't know shit for shit.
So I recently moved, and I wanted to bring up this awesome new store that I found in my neighborhood. I doubt you guys have heard of it, but it's called Hy-Vee, and it is the dopest store of all time.
Oh my God, you gotta. Have you been inside of it? You have to go in that Hy-Vee.
I've been inside that Hy-Vee at least 4 times.
Oh my God, they have so much stuff in that Hy-Vee. They have everything you could want. They have a deli. They have juices. They have a restaurant in the Hy-Vee. Have you gone to the Hy-Vee restaurant?
I haven't been able to get there yet because I've only gone to get groceries. I wasn't hungry at the time.
Oh my God, you have to. No, shut up. Okay. You have to go to the Hy-Vee the restaurant, okay? Because it's like a restaurant, but it's in a grocery store. But here's
So,
the thing.
one of my
I don't get
favorite-
why the fucking Hy-Vee fucking restaurant is a big fucking deal if it's like, what if they were just pulling shit from the grocery store side and then just cooking it? And they're like, it's fresh.
They could be doing anything there, really.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if Hy-Vee is like a Midwest or like even Minnesota thing, or if it is widespread. But why does everyone think it's the greatest thing on planet Earth?
I'll tell you why it's the greatest thing on
God.
planet Earth. Because part of the store has housewarming wear, whatever. It's like little decor that you can add to your home, right? And I took a picture of a bunch of signs that I thought were just so inspirational and great from this Hy-Vee that I needed to share them.
Yes, put that in my fucking bloodstream.
So let's just go through some of these and what makes Hy-Vee so good. If you met my family, you'd understand.
Damn, bringing the heat on that one, Hy-Vee.
God, I love that. I love that. And I love Hy-Vee.
Everyone's thinking it. I just say it.
Oh, so edgy. So edgy.
She
That's
is such
Uncle
a
Phil for sure.
savage. That person is so effing savage.
What a boss bitch.
I
If
would
you-
live, laugh, love to hang out with them because they are a savage bitch.
If at first you don't succeed, try duct tape.
Oh,
That one's for the dads.
Yeah, that one goes out to Tim the Toolman Taylor.
That one goes in the shop where dad does his drinking. Mom doesn't let him in the house anymore.
Oh, this one's really sassy for the sassy moms out there. Some people need a glue stick instead of chapstick.
Oh, that means shut
That's
the
right.
fuck
Shut
up.
up. Shut up, Jill.
That means shut the fuck up, Jill. I didn't ask you how to raise my goddamn kids, you whore.
This one is so classic. It is a bright red sign in all capital letters that says, I don't have an inside voice.
Oh, that's good.
That's clever. That's
'Cause
clever.
you're just
So
loud.
you
You're
bought
loud and
you bought
proud.
all of these, right?
I bought a good handful. I
good.
did go bankrupt buying the handful that I did because they are each $65.99.
Holy mother of fuck. Holy shit. Okay. At that price, I'm just gonna fucking just pick a stick out of the goddamn woods and put a Sharpie on it.
I have two more that I want to get, and then I have another one for another side of the display for another day. First one is bookmarks are for quitters.
Ah,
Oh, that's for the nerds out there.
those who love to just read a novel in one sitting. I've been there.
I love, nothing better. Oh, this one must be a real gut puncher.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's really good. My kids have whiskers and tuna breath.
I think her kids.
What the fuck is wrong with your fucking kids?
This child is 35.
What the fuck is wrong with your kid? No. What the hell is wrong with your kid?
No, Tyler.
Why
Her
do they
kid,
have-
her kid is Willem Dafoe from The Lighthouse.
He just eats tuna and lobster all day.
He just loves the damn stuff. He
He
can't
loves
stop
the
eating
damn
it.
sea. And then when she comes home and says, "Did you do your homework?" he just kind of starts barking at her. Literally barking.
in high English.
And farting.
What the? I mean, I get what it's going for, but it's a little bit unsettling. It's a little unsettling to hear someone just say, like, my kids have whiskers and tuna breath. Maybe feed them something other than fucking canned tuna, okay?
Yeah, you psycho.
You fucking
like the
psycho. I'm
equivalent
calling
of-
CPS on you.
The people who buy those are the same people who give their kids teachers like a gift of a wine bottle that says like my kid might be the reason you drink or something like that.
Yep.
That's the same person who
Apologies
buys
for
that.
my child who I can't control as a parent.
I'm sorry.
I know that part of it lies on me to help teach my kids more at home, but I just leave it all to you because you're underpaid.
Live, laugh, love.
Here's $15 to Chipotle, you little piggy.
Oh God,
That's
hit
more.
so
That's
close
more
to home.
accurate. My mom would do shit like that. She would actually like give my teachers gifts because I talked a lot, And it's a lot to the it's very similar to the talking I do today, where it's just kind of pointless.
Yeah.
It's just now there are people that are listening and they have to listen to an ad before they hear me talk. So who's on top now, Miss Nias? Who the fuck is on top now?
But what if they really love it, though? Because my mom's a teacher, and she still would get me gifts. I think she would get gifts that she knew teachers would want.
Well,
but
yeah, that makes sense because she
gifts.
is a teacher, so she's
Right.
in that shit. Whereas my mom is like, I don't know, whiskey. It's like, is this, Mom, you're sending me to school with this in my backpack. Can I have this? Because I remember doing that. My mom sent me to school with a wine bottle in my backpack to give to my teacher. And I thought the whole time, because she was like, now don't show this to anyone. And I was like, should I have this then?
Yeah, that's
How old were you? What grade were you in?
I was in third grade.
Oh, you were in third grade?
Yeah.
Your mom's just slipping a Macallan 12 into your little Pokemon backpack. She's like, don't show anyone. Don't you fucking narc.
It was a Charizard backpack.
Like,
I had a full fucking Riesling in my Charizard backpack.
Did your teacher get it, pop it open, and take a swig and go, ooh, that's good stuff?
No,
like right
but
in
as
front of
soon
you,
as I
flicks
pulled
the
it,
cap
because
off.
my mom gave me the script and shit, okay, wait till everyone goes, and then you get your backpack, and then give your teacher this. And think of being a teacher and seeing a fucking 8-year-old walk up to you with a wine bottle.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking about. Like, if any other teacher would have stopped you, like, in the hallway or whatever, and, like, saw that you had, like, some wine-shaped bottle in your backpack from, like, the outline it was creating.
Say my Charizard backpack.
Yeah, they would just, like, open it up and see that this third grader had a full-ass bottle of wine, and then just kind of cock an eyebrow and go, this isn't for you. Who's this for? And then you can do your alibi.
Why did no one take me away from my home?
Or what if a teacher stopped you, opened up your backpack and saw it, looked at you, slowly zipped it back up, winked, and said, have a good time?
I'm 8 years old. I don't know what this means.
You could have done, I mean, didn't you, like, do a grift where you ran for class president, won, and then didn't do shit?
Yeah, that was 6th grade, though.
That's
I'm
all
just saying, you could have changed.
class presidents.
I am the more mature version of myself. I was 12 years old then, Tori.
Okay, yeah, you were a big boy, a big good boy.
I was a big boy, and I no longer had my Charizard backpack. I had a big boy backpack, which was blue.
A Jansport, probably?
Yes, it was a Jansport.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Everybody had a Jansport backpack at
But
one
here's the
point.
thing, is that I couldn't hide that many wine bottles in my Jansport.
Because it was so small. So I had to
it
get a
was-
special, my mom had to sew me a special inside pocket that could store the Rieslings that I brought to elementary school.
Well, yeah, you know what? I gotta call my mom after this and be like, Mom, what the fuck?
Yeah, you gotta work some shit out there, because that's, 1, illegal, and 2, concerning on many levels.
Okay, is it illegal if it's like an 8-year-old? Like, what the fuck is, who's gonna stop an 8-year-old, and who is gonna stop an 8-year-old and like frisk that? Who's gonna stop and frisk an 8-year-old? Like, hold on.
Jared Fogle.
Stop it.
Come
Stop
on.
it.
No,
T.
zinger. But that's the thing, is like, there's a certain age. I think once you hit like maybe 11,
Yeah, then they don't become interested in you anymore.
no, well, like you can no longer. It's going to be weird if you have alcohol. But if you're like single digits in age, people don't give a shit.
I got that, Tay.
I didn't get it. Oh, then okay, I got it now.
There you go.
Sorry, I was on this thought train because I just had a memory rush back to me of being at like a
A Subway
type-
with Jared Fogle.
like yeah, and it was very bad, and I tried to block it out. I was
why
at like
Tori's
a
into
wedding or a
Funko
gala
Pops
or something like
now.
that. It was on a boat. It was like a reception, so I think it was a wedding, and I was 6 or 7 probably, and I was just going to the bar and ordering cocktails that I didn't know what they were, and I would bring them to people, and they would just like tip me $2 or $1 or something like that, just like, oh, a cute kid. The
Yeah, I did that as a
bartender
kid.
never once stopped me at all from going up and ordering cocktails. Like, he never once asked why I was going back like every 5 minutes and ordering another cocktail. I'm sure he figured it out pretty quick, but the first 2 had to be pretty fucking weird. Like, damn, this kid holds that shit in.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing:
boy
is
ain't even wobbly.
I'll take a whiskey neat on the rocks, please.
no, you pull out like a
kid.
Post-it note. You pull out a Post-it note and you're reading it off. I will take a Lagoogalifan and no, like, yeah, I think there is a cutoff where, like, then it's like, okay, what are you doing? Like, it's once that teenage, like, deviousness gets in where, like, then you're like oh, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette or something.
Yeah, you just want to do bad shit.
Yeah, but I gotta have a serious conversation with my mom about the wine bottle, because although, well, that is maybe illegal, I don't know of anyone writing a law that says you can't put a Riesling in your 8-year-old child's Charizard backpack.
I'm pretty sure alcohol is banned on school grounds.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows? That's up in the air.
How many teachers do you think had, like, in their office, had a little bottle of, like, just something, like, quick and dirty, like a Fireball or something like that they could just take a little shot off?
Like,
I know a couple of my high school teachers did.
Oh,
Really?
yeah. It's probably a higher percent than whatever we would say.
Yeah. I mean,
because I know that the younger teachers in my high school more than likely had something like that, or at the very minimum had a liter of something in their car and would dip out there at lunchtime.
Okay, everyone shut the fuck up, okay? I got it. I have it, okay? Are you shutting up? Tay, shut up. What we do is, for teens who want to drink and they want to be able to drink on school premise, what we do is you wear a Charizard backpack, and then attached to the bottle of alcohol that you're going to sneak off at recess and drink, you put one of those signs from Hy-Vee on the bottle, and then if you get stopped, everyone is like, oh, it's clearly like no teen would be like drinking from something like that. So if you attach a sign to it that says live, laugh, love, they're going to be like, oh, okay, this is like a parent giving a gift to someone and they're having their kid hold on to it. A bit weird, but whatever. They're not going to stop you. Then you go out into the woods, you drink your cool vodka, and you throw up.
The hell is a teacher going to do, though, if, like, an 8 or 9-year-old kid comes into class drunk as fuck? What are they going to call the cops, call the superintendent, get the principal down there, call your parents? There's really not a good solution.
Works, yeah.
Probably the entire works. And your parents, if you show up as a 9-year-old drunk, your parents are probably showing up drunk as shit too.
Yeah. And, like, they walk in like, so Mr. Rogers, that's a bad name. Mr. Smith, your son is completely drunk right now. I don't know what's going on. He walks up, high fives him, and he's like, fucking me too, cracks a PBR and just starts sipping away.
Oh, did you take the last couple of shots of whiskey? I was wondering where that bottle went. Okay.
Don't worry, bud. Picked up a couple more on the way here.
Yeah, it's got to be. That's teens. That's the foolproof way to get away with underage drinking, is when the cops show up to the party and they're trying to say, whose alcohol is this? If every bottle has a live, laugh, love little sign placard on it, you're in the fucking clear.
Absolutely.
Dogs.
Or they got to start smuggling it in. And you know those little juice cups you'd get that have the tin foil that you peel off the top, and it's bad juice? It's very bad juice. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
You need to start.
They look like little barrels.
Or just siphon out a Capri Sun and put it in there.
That's better. That's much easier. I was going to say we have to, like, get a plant going where we start putting, like, pre-mixed cocktails. It's kind of like those little, like, the little
I'm sorry,
buzz,
so
buzz
your
bombs
plan,
or whatever.
Your plan was to establish a factory?
Yeah, 100% it was. Yeah.
That seems like a lot
more of a distillery than anything, but yeah.
Oh my god, Jesus fuck!
Can you imagine how adorable would that be? A bunch of little kids just distilling a very, very fine.
That already happened. It's called 1840s England.
Yeah, but it'd be so much cuter now. I don't know. Back then it was probably pretty cute. They had, like, you know, they were little chimney sweep boys by night and distillers by day. So they had, like,
yeah, that's because they had to work like 23
face.
hours a day to make a nickel.
They're like, sir, I can't afford shoes. Can you spare a penny, spare a pound, please? Did you guys have people at your school that did, like, any cool pranks and stuff? Because I feel like that should have been, like, based on movies, the quintessential experience through, like, especially high school, should have been a lot of, like, pranks and, like,
doing
especially
no
one ever did
like
shit.
Senior pranks, right?
Yeah, no one did shit.
All I'm going to say is that Max Keeble's big move put an expectation in my head that middle school would be filled with pranks, and all it was filled with bullies.
Mm-hmm. There wasn't a single food fight my entire school career. Not one.
I would have liked to have
we
seen
had one minor one that lasted about 5 seconds before the officer on the
And
campus.
that was just because Josh spilled his lasagna all over his nice sweater. It wasn't even a food fight. It was just Josh lazily flopped his lasagna all over his mom's good sweater.
There was a legendary senior prank that was like 2 years before I graduated, where the shop kids found the principal's car and took it apart, rebuilt it on the auditorium stage, and then just left it there.
That
No
sounds
fucking way
like a
is that
felony.
real. That is absolutely pure legend.
There's pictures to prove it. I don't have them, but I've seen the pictures because one of the shop teachers was like in on it, right? So he has the pictures like on his desk of when they did that.
If I was the principal, I would have fucking fired every single person who knew about it. I'd be so pissed if someone took my car apart, and what if they didn't put it back together good?
They cut the brake lines.
I think all they did was they took like the mirrors and a couple of other things off of it so that it would fit inside of a doorway, like a double wide doorway.
And then drove her in.
Yeah, so it wasn't like a major disassemble, reassemble, but still.
The most shit that went down at my school was that I was in a choir class because we were required to be in choir in middle school, and Tyler, were you in that class with me?
Yeah.
Do you remember someone took a fucking stink bomb, rolled it underneath, they like cracked it and then threw it underneath like a low level like bookshelf or something like that, so no one knew where the stink bomb was, and then we were just locked in this chamber of stink, and it's like, dude, that's not a good prank because you're in here still.
Yeah.
See, Tori likes to make things up in his head, okay? I'm going to tell you what really happened that day. We were all in choir class.
If
and
you
it was
say
time,
I farted, Tyler.
And it was time for Tori's big solo.
Hold on, everyone be quiet. Time for comedy. Go.
It was time for Tori's big solo. And Tori was a legendary singer. He used to have the voice of an angel until this fateful day where the choir teacher is playing the piano, we're all singing our good songs and whatnot, and then the legend, Tori, approaches the piano, getting ready to unleash his incredible falsetto voice. And the piano player goes one octave up to match where Tori's about to go, and right at that moment, Tori hits puberty and shits his pants right in front of everyone. So the noise that comes out of his throat and asshole simultaneously creates this cacophonous symphony, and it really just reeks the whole room because he did shit his pants, and his mom only fed him Wendy's every single night. So it was a long time coming, and Tori shit right in front of everyone, and he was so embarrassed because he hit puberty, and we all saw him shit his pants, and he ran out of the room, and he brought the stink with him, but the stink still remained. And that's what happened.
You missed a crucial part. I didn't shit my pants, I shit my shorts.
Oh, yeah. That's a very important detail.
He shit his Bermuda shorts. Hold on, that's episode title right there. Tori shits his Bermuda shorts.
I'm surprised you're doing so well because having that much air and gas escape you at the same time from both ends, I feel like that would just like collapse your lungs because there's just no air or gas.
Yeah,
left
I
in you
shriveled
at
up
all.
like
He
a
did
crunch
crumple
can.
like a pop can.
I did, yeah. Yeah, it was.
Tori
it was
used
like
to be fat as shit, and then he just kind of squished in that day.
I gained like 2 or 3 inches that day though. It was pretty cool. Outside of the whole shitting my Bermuda shorts situation, that wasn't great.
If we're talking
Yeah.
about bad pranks,
I don't know if that's a prank, though.
Yeah, that's not really a prank. Tori shitting his Bermuda shorts was more of a life.
He tried to. Here's the thing, though, is he tried to call it a prank afterwards, like he planned it. Like he tried to say, "Oh no, guys, it was a prank after everyone was making fun of him for shitting his Bermuda shorts. And he was like, no, it was a prank, guys. My mom picked me up and brought me new shorts at school because she was in on the prank.
Yeah, she
and
was
we all
in on
knew.
the prank.
I so didn't understand my audience when I wanted to, because I always wanted to be like the funny person who made people laugh. No, this isn't about that, Tay. But like I wanted to be the funny person in class, but I never understood my audience. So I did anything to like get people to look at me. One time in elementary school, I just like the teacher had left the room and I was like, teacher's gone. He can't do anything. So for some reason I wanted to just off the top of my head, I was like, let's improv here, baby. I got something. This is going to be really, really good. Stood up and I just ran and like jumped against the wall and like threw my weight into the wall and then walked and sat back down. No one laughed. They all just looked at me like, what the fuck? Why did you just do that?
I'm sorry.
And I of course was looking around like,
That's so
huh?
that's so relatable to all the dumb shit that I did in elementary school.
God, it was
sorry.
bad.
Did your mom put crack in your Charizard backpack?
My mom wouldn't know where to get it. She's a fucking loser.
She's a narc.
Wow.
She's a fucking narc.
So my bad prank on my senior year, the jocks and the preppy girls decided it'd be really funny to put red Solo cups all over the entrance of the school, both inside and outside, on the pavement, in the doorway, and in like the hallways of the school, that were like just enough filled with water where you can't just like sweep them out of the way. And that was it. That was the prank. And when I got to school, it was super fucking annoying to maneuver around these hundreds of Solo cups. And I'm pretty sure that the janitor was super stoked about that.
He probably murdered them, honestly.
Because, like, haha, good prank, guys. You inconvenienced everyone getting into the building. Good job.
Yeah, you're so funny, Chad, because you play hockey. Good one with your Solo cups. Why isn't there any good senior pranks? My senior prank was, like, the people just fucking flung water balloons into cars. Like, good one.
I did hear of another one.
Send me some good shit.
If it didn't happen, you can't legally say it because it's not your prank to say.
I'm like 80% sure it happened. It wasn't my school. It was a camp counselor that I had at Bible camp who told me.
Oh, this is a good start.
Mm-hmm, right?
Did he prank you by diddling you?
Wow, Tori. God, that was fuck, Tori.
So good.
Delivery on point. Joke on point.
He was saying at his high school when they graduated, somebody bought a pair of XXXXL whitey tighties and nailed one end of it on one side of the mural of the school mascot on the side of the building and strung it across the entire way, nailed it up on the other end, so it's just the whitey tighties over the school mascot picture, right? And then bought some brownies and just rubbed the fucking shit of the brownies on the underwear, stepped back from his work and went, my job here is done, and then just left it there.
No, that I remember that. That actually did happen. That was at our middle school. That was the prank at the end of the year where we replaced our mascot, which was a cougar or something, and we replaced it with Tori's Bermuda shorts with shit.
Yeah. It's
good.
really weird how after it happened, people were really fighting to get those shorts off of me. They wanted them. They're like, I don't know. This is something, and I'm just not sure yet, but I'm going to hold on to these for a little bit until I get a good prank.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Well, no, it was that's a piece of history, and I want that.
Uh-huh.
That's school.
It's like
spirit
everyone's
right there.
searching for the Titanic. That's a piece of history. I'd like
Right.
to excavate that.
Right.
I want to get Tori's Bermuda shorts so I can keep them in my house until I sell them to the highest bidder.
That's the day the boy crunched up like a can. I
We've
want
talked
those.
a lot of shit about bad senior pranks and just bad school pranks. Let's craft a good one. Since we're talking so much shit, we should be able to put our money where our mouths are.
A good one? I
Yes.
liked my senior prank where I accidentally uncovered that my principal was embezzling money. That was a pretty good prank. That was my senior prank, and it was, wow, there were 3 arrests. So, pretty
Was
good
there
prank.
actually?
Yeah.
Pranked him. You got
isn't
him
a
so
bit.
good, Tyler.
I got them so good.
Were
And
you the one doing that journalism on that one?
Yeah, it was hard-hitting journalism, my first and last try. I got 3 people arrested, and I figured, well, that's a 100% success rate. I'm never going to try that again.
That's a 300% success rate.
I wasn't even going. You know what? I don't even know what the success rate is because I wasn't even going for 1. I wasn't even trying.
Imagine, so Tyler, now going back to the beginning when you were being a good detective boy, imagine what you could do while you are trying.
I could be the hardest hitting journalist. People would be afraid of me like everyone in Hollywood is afraid of that one dude who tells people that they're rapists.
Yeah, Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I think it's Ronan Farrow actually, but
Ashton Kutcher?
I'd be like him. Who can I make afraid of me and my mysterious powers?
Well, it depends on if you're trying to get people who do the bad things or if you're just trying to get people. Like, are you are you being a prank detective, or are you actually trying to solve crimes?
I'm an investigator.
You're a PI, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a private investigator who also does investigative journalism. I don't know.
And you have a blog on the side.
Tyler Mathieson, prank investigator. What's the scene? Well, he walked into the room and a dirty chalkboard eraser fell on him when he opened the door. That's pretty serious. Do we know any suspects?
That sounds
Dylan.
like a YouTube
I know
show.
it's Dylan. Ma'am, everyone always thinks it's Dylan.
He's got chalk all over his hands. I didn't do it, officer. I've been framed.
Hey,
And then
you shut your fucking mouth, Dylan. I'm not an officer. I'm a private eye.
I don't have to play by the rules. And then you just slap him.
I don't think you can do that if Dylan's a child.
Well, it's high school, so he's 18.
So, are we gonna go on? Are we gonna
make a prank?
Yeah, let's make a prank. Are we gonna do that? Let's do that.
Oh God. Okay.
What makes
I don't think I'm good at pranks.
What makes a good prank?
I think at least one death.
Okay. Does it have to be a human death?
No. I used to
Okay.
strangle cats in my neighborhood.
What if
Those were
we
pretty good
took
pranks.
the school mascot, which is usually some form of animal.
Okay, I got it. Tay, you've inspired me.
Good.
We take the mascot suit, okay? Because on prank day, it's also like homecoming day or something. Is that when pranks are?
Yeah, pranks can only come with the big game.
Yeah, pranks can only come with the big game. So take the mascot, and then during the game, they're like, oh shit, someone stole the mascot suit, whatever. It's not like they have a backup mascot suit.
Yeah, those things are fucking expensive.
And the game gets started and whatnot, so they're all like, okay, there's just no mascot. And then, after the first few minutes of the game, someone runs out onto the field wearing the mascot suit, but it's got huge dildos just attached to every
good.
fucking part of it. And it runs out, and it's a vibrating suit, so if someone tackles it, then you can laugh at them like, ha ha, you touched a vibrator, idiot.
So that's pretty good.
It has the level of edginess, but
That's pretty good. I had a really cool, funny idea with the mascot suit.
I'm sure you did.
Where you take the mascot suit, and wherever you hold your school's pep rallies, right in the center of that, you erect a cross, and you
nail the mascot to the cross.
Crucify the cougar or whatever it is.
Can you imagine? You create this Christ-like montage, and it's just a fucking furry suit on the cross.
It's wearing like a crown of thorns and shit.
I was just about to say it's wearing a crown of thorns.
And the best part is that when they take it down, there is someone in the furry suit.
I was gonna say, would it be would it be applicable to like put fake blood around the outside of the crown of thorns? So it's
you
dripping
make it
down
passion.
the mascot face?
You make it Passion of the Christ as brutal as humanly possible.
Mm-hmm. But you have to craft it in a way where it actually delivers a really good story at the end, so everyone's like, "Holy shit, that was art right there."
So instead of just having people stumble in upon this when the pep rally starts, what if the whole day you just reenact the crucifixion crucifixion with the mascot.
Oh my God,
costume.
they're whipping the mascot down the halls as
Roman
he's
guards,
carrying the cross.
Whipping the shit out of the guy as he's walking through the hallway with the cross. Oh my God.
This has to be a long prank though, because sometime at the before all of that happens, you have to have him go into you have to lock him in like a closet or a locker or something like that, where he stays for 3 full days until he does come back, and that's when shit can really hit the fan. Then
and that's graduation day. That's
graduation day. Yeah.
Oh my God, you roll out this big stone and then the mascot comes out wearing a graduation gown and cap. And they're and then you can be like, no, this isn't blasphemous. It's art.
That's a good senior prank. I like that one. You know what? All you Shapeless fans out there who are still in high school, you can have that one for free.
Caliper, you can have that one.
Yeah,
still
you go
got
ahead and take
3
that
years
one.
to plan.
Make your good prank the Passion of the Christ on your mascot.
Yeah, just make sure that you film the whole thing and then tweet it at us so we can talk about it on next week's show.
That'd be 10 times funnier if it was a Catholic private school.
Tori, shut the fuck up. I want to talk about Olive Garden now. I'd like to do a little segment with you guys here today.
Okay.
Where last time we had the 5-star Applebee's.
Oh no.
Oh,
This
God.
time we have the 1-star Olive Garden.
Oh,
Yes.
Christ.
Yes.
And I'd
Tyler.
like to start it off with this very threatening 1-star review.
What state is this Olive Garden in?
This is an Olive Garden in the great state of Minnesota.
Oh, perfect.
This is a 1-star review, and it reads like a fucking threat. This is fucking scary. Jim, 1 star.
Oh, okay. I thought it started off with someone's name. I was like, holy shit, that's
Oh,
that's
no.
a lot.
Yeah, that would also be threatening. But wait, it's more threatening. Jim leaves a 1-star review, and he says, "We'll be back as soon as possible."
Holy shit.
It is 1 star.
What?
That's
Perfect punctuation, grammar. Everything has the correct punctuation and periods. It's just 1 star. We'll be back as soon as possible.
What the fuck?
What does that even mean?
What is Jim gonna do to the Olive Garden?
Jim had a bad experience, and he's gonna go John Wick in that Olive Garden.
Yeah.
It's
there's no other way to interpret that, right?
It's a threat.
The only thing
the
that I
1
can
star is
see-
what really throws. Because if it was
Exactly.
a 5-star, we'll be back as soon as possible. It's I can't wait to get more of these breadsticks inside of me. They're
Exactly.
really tickling my
So,
fancy. But
The
1
optimist
star
in me
is 1 star. We'll be back as soon as possible. Instead of the 5-star, oh, I want to get those breadsticks. The 1 star will be back as soon as possible is I'm gonna punch that manager in the fucking mouth.
See, the optimist in me, the very back part of my brain is just oh, well, it was just a misclick and he doesn't know how to change it. So it's a 1 star instead of 5 because he thought it was backwards. Haha. No, that was deliberate.
He's gonna kill
the
him.
realist in me knows that was deliberate. This is a threat, and that Olive Garden should be closed now because of that threat.
yeah, he's gonna go smush Fred's head to the grill. He's like, these breadsticks weren't even done.
Bold of you to assume they have a grill and not just 4 microwaves.
Fucking put the employee's hands in the deep fryer I told you I'd be back. No, he puts the hand in the deep fryer and then he's like, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Yeah, I'm thinking Arby's. Or
I'm thinking Arby's next time.
There's just a bowl, a giant pot of noodles that they're cooking up, and he sticks their hand in there and does it feel like worms?
This review I also really love. 1 star. That dinner did not sit well with me afterwards. Eric, don't mince words, okay? Just say you took a shit after
Yeah,
eating
just took
Olive
a watery shit.
Let's
Just
be
say
honest.
you
When
took
have
a
you ever?
shit.
When have you ever eaten an unlimited amount of pasta and then been like, wow, I feel tip top right now. I'm feeling great.
All of those carbs are so right in my body.
Yeah, no, it's going to make you feel bloated and huge. You basically just put a bunch of wet bread down your gullet. You sick fuck. Eric, what are you up to, Eric?
Fuck you, Eric. Don't beat around the bush. Just say I had the shits after eating here.
Eric hasn't taken a solid shit since he went there.
I thought you were going to say, like, since he was 12 or some shit, which would also tract, but, you know.
He probably still gets Olive Garden on the reg.
He does love it. Like, it's not that the food was bad or anything. It was purely that he gets wicked Olive Garden shits.
Yeah, I eat Papa John's like twice a week, and I have horrible diarrhea every time.
But I still go back because I can't get it
fucking good.
Yeah, that's our relationship with a lot of fast food, right? Where like you have this really poor experience almost every single time.
Yeah,
like at least an hour after you consume the product, but the day after you're just like, yeah, I could go for that again.
Yeah.
This review is from Sophie, and I have to read it like this because I know this is how it was written.
Oh boy.
Girls' lunch had a super clingy waitress. She wouldn't leave us alone. Super weird.
How many stars?
1 star. This is a 1-star Olive Garden.
Maybe that
fuck?
waitress was doing that as a cry for help. Like she was being held at that Olive Garden against her will. And she's like, hi, yeah, how can I help you? Help you.
No,
like that.
No, what it was is they thought themselves far more important than they actually were. And they were like, why are you being so clingy to us? Like,
I guess my
they
popularity just can't escape me.
yeah, they say girls' lunch ! So it's like,
Which is establishes a characteristic of this person.
Yep.
It establishes basically their whole personality.
Let's really iron out this definition of a clingy waiter or wait staff, right? What did they just like pull up a chair and watch you eat? Like
They were probably just being a waiter. We're like, hey, here's water.
Can you imagine though if one of your waiters did pull up a seat and started eating with you? Honestly, I wouldn't even mind.
Yeah, depending on like how cool they were. If they were just like watching you and like licking their lips, being silent, no, fuck on out of here. That's fucking stupid and creepy.
I'd say, how about you get them hands under the table and start really getting me a 5-star service like they do at Applebee's.
When I went to Applebee's, they blew me. So
what do you guys do here?
I got the 5 appetizer special and a blowjob. What can you offer me here, Olive Garden?
Apparently nothing, because it's a 1-star Olive Garden. You had the nation's finest last episode. Now get ready for the nation's worst. Oh my God, that waiter was like so obsessed with me. It was like, ugh, I get it. We're like pretty and you want to hang out with us, but like so clingy.
she was like 140 pounds. Ugh.
This review is long as hell. I'm not even going to read it. All you need to know is it's a 1-star review. It's a fucking nightmare. And it ends with this. Overall, this double date was not a smooth experience. You don't need to know anything else.
Yeah, now with that context, can I assume that the entire rest of the review is just tearing into how awful this date was because of things that he couldn't or the Olive Garden couldn't control?
It's basically just like, it was awkward because we didn't get our food in a timely manner, and I felt uncomfortable with this being a double date.
Can we all agree that double dates are never a good idea ever?
You know what?
I'll disagree with you. I think they're all right.
I will agree with you wholeheartedly, and maybe next episode, if there's interest, I'll talk about my worst double date experience ever because it is a fucking nightmare. But I just love 1 star. This is Olive Garden's fault that I hated this date. This is 100% your fault. It's not my lack of a personality. It's your lack of getting the food to me on time.
That is equivalent to having a date at a movie theater and blaming the movie for your bad date.
Yeah. Just being like, fuck. Like, look, it's not Paddington 2's fault that your double date didn't go well.
No one's ever come out of Paddington 2 not absolutely like, that was the best fucking date ever because Paddington is so fucking hot, and we all need to accept the fact that Paddington Bear is so fuckable.
I went on a date to see Paddington Bear, and my date did want to fuck the bear more than me.
It ended with me getting laid because we were both so horned up from that cute, lovable bear.
And we turned off the lights so we could both fantasize about both fucking Paddington Bear, respectively.
We put a series of images of Paddington Bear on the TV so we could both look at that until we climaxed.
Okay. Now,
it was a slideshow with a nice undertone, under track of serene music.
And also, they do hand out hand jobs at that movie theater during Paddington Bear 2. It's part of the 4D experience. You get your 3D glasses, and then the 4D comes in when they give you a hand job during Paddington 2.
And they use lube. They don't cheap out.
We all know what the 4th D is.
We have to, before we say anything criminally...
Wait, hold on a second. Hey, you want some extra salt on that popcorn?
Oh! Ouch! Ouch, my urethra.
Oh, that's gross.
This one is just a 1-star review because they did experience, I'll tell you, fraud alert. I used my debit card at this restaurant, Olive Garden, on September 17th. Just today, I found out that they charged close to $1,700.
How bad did they do it?
Dog, you racked up a $1,700 bill at Olive Garden? How the fuck did you do that? You should have got the pasta pass.
I'll tell you how they did this. It was a company outing. They went up to the bar and said, yeah, I'll get a little loose tonight. Had 3 too many shots, and then said, everyone, drinks are on me. And that is the worst possible fucking thing you can do in that sort of situation. Because let's take it from my perspective. If I was another employee there and someone just randomly yelled out those words at a company outing I was at, I'd just be like, well, I'm drinking everything they fucking have.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get fucking plastered tonight.
No, for me, it's even funnier would be instead of drinks on me, hey everyone, rigatoni on me. Like everyone gets this big fucking awful plate of pasta just thrown at them. The kitchen can't cook it fast enough because these people are just chowing down on as much rigatoni as they can possibly fill themselves with.
Fuck.
Can you imagine? Like, I put so much trust in, like, restaurant employees to just charge my card, and I just kind of believe them.
Yeah.
When they could absolutely just be like, yeah, $1,700. But also, how did your card not decline, my dude? How did your bank not say, this is a weird transaction?
Man, this guy had a really good night.
Because it's not the first time they've done it, Tyler.
No, that's not his first time then. The bank has been like, oh, he frequently goes to Olive Garden and spends, about $1,000, so maybe tonight was just a little more. I tried to buy NordVPN, nordvpn.com/bigmoney, 3-year deal. Plus 1 month free. And my card instantly declined the purchase and was like, why are you doing this? Like, this isn't normal. Why are you doing this? And I had to, like, call the bank and be like, no, this is normal. But your card went through totally fine with a $1,700 charge at Olive Garden. What the fuck are you normally buying, you fucking maniac?
A lot of pasta. A lot of that wet bread. Love it.
This is the last one, and then we'll do the outro, and then I'll give you the real last one.
Okay.
Not prepared for business at opening. Long wait. Line out the door. I'm sorry. What the fuck did you just say to me, Jerome? there was a line out the door at open to get into Olive Garden. What time do they open? Probably 11 a.m. Yeah. There's a line out the door to get into the fucking Olive Garden?
Yeah, gotta have your morning pasta.
That is the most disgusting thing I've ever fucking heard.
I can see that happening in like a small town that doesn't have a lot of restaurants, and they think that this is like, oh, oh, this is our fancy restaurant.
Oh, it's
But
like when
still-
my mom was obsessed with the Texas Roadhouse. Thought it was a cool, fancy restaurant.
She still
People
is.
are like,
Don't
Olive.
lie to us.
She still loves it. Yeah, she's like, Olive Garden. Hell yeah.
You know what else your mom loves? This podcast.
My dick. You
The end of
fucking
this
idiot. Get
podcast.
roasted.
My mom did call Tyler attractive once, so
That's
she did.
hot.
She
She
called
did.
me a handsome boy.
yeah.
So if you liked this podcast, go
Like
ahead and
really
leave us-
attractive.
go ahead and leave us a like, favorite, comment, whatever.
Like a
the-
super fuckable young boy.
Those are her words, not ours.
Yeah, exactly. Her words.
God damn it, you derailed me. Thank you so much for
She
listening. and
derailed right
watching.
on my
Oh
dick.
my god! Go ahead and leave us a like, comment, review, wherever. It really helps the show out, gets us into curated lists, helps spread us around. And go ahead and share us with your friends. We're all on social media. Easy enough to follow us there. Tori puts together these great clips of the podcast. Go ahead and give us that last review.
The last review for this 1-star Olive Garden, because it's a horrible place and you should just take your business to Applebee's. Rudy says, Tuscan soup was a little thin today.
Soup, salad, and disappointment.